Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I pray this is one of those videos that affects no one else. And it sucks that somebody is swearing that this is what's happening to them. And look, I have been duped before. I've been deceived before. I am a naive individual that trusts strangers, and sometimes strangers punk me or they prank me. Or, most commonly when something is wrong, they mean well. They just got it wrong themselves, and I was unable to verify it. And then it turns out that maybe what they said wasn't true. This could be the case with this video, but it's worth noting that you should just keep an eye out on your inventory just in case you notice anything weird. I'm not saying it's going to happen to you. I hope it doesn't happen to you. But I'm going to talk about the allegations and just what to do. So I'm going to click on my inventory right now, and you can see my Tech Combat rewards, and then I have a couple of level 1 revives that are expiring in 2 days, 6 hours, 3 days, 1 hour, another one in 4 days, another couple in 4 days, etc. Just continue to go down the list of revives. Now, personally, I wish, and I did a video on this, but I wish that we could increase our inventory capacity even by 5 more. And I know that they did this recently with team revives, but single revives would be a huge help. With that being said, a lot of people are going to run into the same problem that I have here, which is that you're going to go over your inventory cap, and most of what you have, of course, is going to end up in the overflow. So imagine that this is your overflow, and you see that in the next 24 hours, you've got X amount of revives that are going to expire. And so, your goal should be to use them or lose them. They sell for such horrible amounts of gold, 200 gold, that it's not worth getting gold out of it. Although, I always say, if it's get gold or lose them, get the gold. 200 gold is still better than nothing, even if it is pretty close to nothing. So, I'm going to read you the message that was sent to me this morning. And again, there's no way I can verify this. So, I'm not saying you have to believe it. I am just saying we need to have some kind of knowledge that this is going on to allegedly somebody. All right. So this is what the summoner said when they contacted me. And it is a lot of information. So I've darkened the screen just to protect the privacy of the messages. So I have had disappearing revive potions in my overflow, and no, they weren't expired. As a matter of fact, they were within 20 hours of expiration, but was in the process of using them in in-game content. I purchased them for 1,000 units. Naturally, I contacted Kabam with a help ticket. This is where it went sideways. Apparently, you have to answer questions to verify you as account owner from the beginning. The questions are bizarre, some are straightforward. These are the questions, and apparently I had one question wrong. I think it was the email address, but not sure. I have several email accounts, so which one 6 years ago was a small challenge. The part where the creation of the account as well as the first 2 purchases I have to research through iTunes, but should be enough as a person who may purchase an account wouldn't have that info. So they want to make sure you didn't purchase your account, which is a fair expectation. But if you're like me and you've been playing this game for 7 years, your first 2 iTunes purchases of the game, forget about it. I'm not going to look that information up from 7 years ago. He apparently answered one of the questions wrong, and so Kabam looks at him now as not the original owner of the account. So when he went to overflow and to claim more resources, he had just finished a path in Act 7.4 and saw a 60% revive and 40% team revives just disappear before his eyes. And he really wished that he had been recording. But the biggest problem is Kabam and the verification process. He has the iTunes dates of his purchases and the account creation, and it's still not enough. He asks, how can someone else have that info? Of course, my answer is I have no idea. So, again, is there a chance that he was just mislooking at times and they were just going to expire in front of him because they were done? Sure. Now, this is somebody who's been playing for years and seems pretty knowledgeable of the game, and so I also don't want to make a claim that they're misinterpreting the expirations of the items. But I think the secondary story, no matter if that's true or not, is just to prepare yourself for if you ever have to prove something through Kabam verification, it's almost impossible. Even if you know you are the original account owner and you have proof, it's the system is made for you to fail. So just know that. And no matter what, I think that's the lesson from this video. I appreciate the summoner reaching out. I know it probably isn't the conclusion he was hoping for in a video, but at least we got the topic discussed on the channel.